Okay, well, so the first few days we had really good business. Basically, our sales were up sort of all our sites. But then after about 3 days, it changed for us and it started to drop off, and we started to notice ourselves were going downhill. Um, we weren't quite sure why at first because we were sort of gearing up, expecting we'd leave loads of stock and we'd be sort of inundated. But what became clear to us was basically, as a result of what was going on, more people working from home. So all our office customers were going home. People weren't coming to town shopping. People weren't coming to use the restaurants and bars. And as a result, it was just sort of tailing off. And as things progressed and as the government put sort of more and more controls in place, business dropped off a cliff really for us within a few days. So we've got 3 sites, and our third site went from doing just under 30,000 a week to 5,000 a week, basically, because we've got the offices of P&O Carnival around the corner, and we've got bars and restaurants across the road from us in Southampton for the site, and everything just shut. So it was pretty clear that it wasn't going to be viable to run. We were sort of taking less than £500 a day. We weren't covering the staff costs. So we had to make a decision. So we decided to close the store down. We rented a van, we took all the stock out of the store, and we moved it to our student hall site, which is the site that's performed the best for us throughout this whole crisis. And we tried to turn as much of our stock into cash as we could. So it was really a case of how could we raise cash, because it is becoming apparent with the sales drop off we were having that we were going to start having cash issues, basically. So yeah, it was a massive change in a short period of time. So as it stands today, we've gone from 3 stores turning over about 140 to 145,000 a week to 70,000 a week from 2 stores. We've furloughed 65% of our workforce. We've had to make the difficult decision to essentially send our store managers home because they were our more expensive staff, and every penny counted, basically. And we just had to look at all our costs. So we basically reduced our opening hours, and we've taken the business down to sort of the lowest possible point to enable us to operate safely but not burn cash. I suppose we've been a bit lucky in the sense that because we had self-service tills in all our stores, that's been really helpful because we've been able to push our customers into cards and self-service as opposed to cash tills. And that's really helped because it's helped keep staff keep the social distance, but at the same time, it hasn't tied up a lot of staff members. It's so one member of staff couldn't serve a lot of people if we get busy. So that's really helped. So we've avoided some of the issues that some of the other stores have had out there. But yeah, it's been challenging because obviously business dropped off a cliff overnight. So we've burned through £310,000 in best part of 4 weeks now. So we've had to apply for a COVID loan. We've received some grants from our business rates, and that's been very helpful and kept us going. And we are just about keeping our heads above water, but yeah, a very different situation than what we thought it was going to be 4 or 5 weeks ago. I'm sure there's plenty of other retailers that aren't doing well, and I think I've spoken to retailers in the past, and everyone likes to talk about positives, but no one likes to talk about the negatives out there. And I think hopefully by me sort of speaking about what we're going through as a business, people might realise that it's not just them that are suffering. So I'd say my advice to everyone is just look at your numbers. You've got to think about this a few weeks in advance, and you try and do the right thing, but in the same breath you've got to look after your business for the longer term, and that's you've got to look at your own future as well.